Now I'm sitting back wondering who sat there and told me not to go make another video going after someone else. Well, guess what? This is my fuck you to them. But then again, where are my matters? Before I even begin, happy Father's Day to all the men who are fathers out there, handling their business, taking care of their responsibilities, raising their children. Big salute to all of y'all out there. Don't ever let these retarded fucks tell you that your role as a parent don't mean nothing. Fuck them. That being said, yep, it's me again. They hate us. This is why they give a fuck about us at the same time. As always, I am your host, JD Miles, aka the MGTOW Avenger. The MGTOWs, they love to hate. Even the ones that claim everybody loves to hate them, loves to hate MGTOW at the same time as always, which is why they keep us relevant to this very day. And I'm back again for tonight's topic of discussion. Woman expects for men she go on date with to bend over backwards for them for material gain. And before I go any further, shout out to Abba and Preach. And now I'm going to be upfront and real when I say this. I'm not a big fan of Abba and Preach, but I got to give them a big salute. I gotta give Abba and Preach a big salute for now being fair. Yes, I'm starting to see that they're now starting to call out both sides of the fence here, which this is what I like to see. This is what I like to see, not all that one-sided bullshit. But nevertheless, I'll leave the link to Alba and Preacher's full video in the comment section. Go check them out. Show them some love on this matter. But yeah, they calling out a gold digger. Let's keep it up front real. Call a ball and a strike. They calling out a gold digger, trying to use men for free dates and material shit. But enough of me talking. Let's get down to business, shall we?
Bro, I told you my algorithms has been invaded by like this anti-male shit, bro. Yeah. So I just be like, I'm like, well, this is really an industry. And the comments is just all reinforced. It's interesting. There's also the other side of it, where it's like anti-women. Of course. That algorithm used to be what I had before. Yeah. Now I'm on the other side now. So I'm paying attention. It's fun. Check this out. Anti-men. This is anti-men? Oh, for sure.
A lot of you ladies ask me how it is that I get gifts on the second date, and it's very simple. First of all, you must enjoy the first date. You have to determine whether or not you want to go on the second date with them. When they ask you for a second date, a lot of guys will try to close it on the first one if they're smart. And you can do this. This is how I do it. I've had so much fun with you. This was really great. Thank you for treating me. It was very sweet. I love this restaurant. And I will go on a second date with you. However, I do expect a gift.
Why are you checking out? You're better. Come on, we got a job to do. I'm doing that. You're on Instagram. Yep.
So basically, she's expecting by the second date to have a gift for her, in which the men in their right mind will actually question that. Why is she expecting me to give her a gift on the second date? And yes, that is questionable, because if I give her a gift on the second date, then how do I know for a fact that if I do this, will it work out? More importantly, how does the next man who takes her on the first date, but then at the second date he gives her a gift, how will he know for a fact that it will work out between both him and her? She could end the date right there. Nothing works out, but guess what? He ain't getting that. He ain't getting what he gave her back. And me personally, I look at that. I don't even look at that shit as a date at all, but more like more like prostitution, as other content creators put it. If she's asking you to give, if she's asking you to shower her with gifts and any other transactions, that's not a date. That's prostitution. Off the gate. Let's continue.
Yep. I checked out because shut up. Shut up. I think this you spoke to me about that a couple of days ago. The rage baiting thing.
Yeah. She's not raging. She's like she lives like this. I know because I checked her videos. She really don't go viral 95% of the time. And she's be yapping about this shit every day.
Yeah, that means it's her.
Yeah.
But is it really her? Or, I don't know. Man.
Hey man, listen. I'll say this. It doesn't happen often, but I have met people like this.
Yeah,
very once in a blue moon.
And they are more.
Oh yeah, there's more and more. And
yeah, but they're not as happy as they make it sound. This is how I make it this and this and that, and I do this and I have it again, and then at the end of the night, it's I'm in love.
Let's hear her. Let's hear her.
Now I want to see how creative you get. I want to see you work for it. So you can get me anything you want. I don't care what it is. Well, I do because I'm gonna judge. You need to impress me. But you can't give me flowers because I already get flowers for myself, and I also don't want you taking on the responsibility of getting the right flowers because I have a cat.
So basically, fellas, not only she expects you to pay for the date, in which 9 times out of 10, she wants you to take her to the most expensive restaurant. And she will buy everything expensive off the menu on your dime at your expense, but then she expects you to give her a gift. This, fellas, is what we call a woman who's only dating for material gain. And 9 times out of 10, things will not work out. And if it doesn't work out and you showering her with gifts, that's your loss. Trust me. Peep the game. And no matter what they say about red pill, one day I learned about red pill is the red pill makes you see things for what they truly are, not how you like it to be. Fuck what these retarded fuck ass haters is talking about. Let's continue.
Let's see how you do. And I'll kind of lean back and I'll take a look at them and I'll be like,
Elle est vraiment fière de ce qu'elle a fait.
For things that never happened.
Yes! Today on another episode of shit that
it's like me. Listen, you know what? After the end of the first day, I kind of sit across from her after we just had some Dom Perignon, on, and then I let her know, I fully expect to have a second date with you. Absolutely, it will happen. Make sure you look good. Wear a red thong, preferably matching underwear, and maybe I'll forget something, so I'll have to go back and find the laundromat, and I'll fuck you like a gorilla. And then that's when I send out my 15-inch donker right on the table and be like, you see this?
But how does she know you're going to have a 15-inch dunker for her?
But how does she know that you has a super Negro that you would have a 10-inch that you're going to give her?
Like I just said to you, I just fling it out.
Not do the Jamaican one.
Because me fling it out! Fling it down! Boom! Flick on me dick, you hear? Ha! Anaconda Pondem!
I'm just saying.
That shit did not happen. I wish you would have done that shit to a New Yorker. Get the fuck out of here!
Get the fuck out of here.
And they're like, they'll usually ask, okay, what type of gift? And I'll be like, I don't know, I'd go home if you didn't go big. So you want my attention.
So fellas, not only she expects you to take her to the most expensive restaurant, buy the most expensive shit on the menu, but she expects you to give her a gift. Not just no cheap gift either. She wants you to go big with it. And keep this in mind. You don't even know this woman from a can of paint. In fact, you don't even know if the date is going to lead to a relationship, let alone a marriage. And 9 times out of 10, it probably won't. 9 times out of 10, it probably won't. But you giving her all this, but you giving her all these expensive gifts, and for what? And for what? Just to keep the date going, and it leads to nowhere. Marinate on that. Let's continue.
Attention, don't you? And they're like,
oh my God.
You know what I wish, bro? You know what I wish? I wish you would have gone on a date with her and she would have done that to you, and I would have seen your face when she does that shit.
Really?
I wish when you go, yeah, okay, no. Just leave. I wish. My God.
Straight up. I mean, to these men out here, she's asking for way too much. And keep this in mind as well. You don't, as I stated before, you don't even know her from a can of paint, but she expects you to treat her like it's y'all anniversary, more like a date. Get the fuck out of here. Let's continue.
My God, I wouldn't even do that because I've had women before say something. I'm like, what? I have to always process it because I'm like, did I hear this correctly? Like it's just like I'll get excited. I'm like, what? Well, okay. And then I'll just wrap up the date shortly afterwards, and then go home and never call her back. That was it. At least that's me. I'm not causing no. See, I'm in a restaurant. I ain't like, so I gotta pay the bill. You know what I mean?
okay, like you're not telling them, you're telling them, but you're like seducing them, okay? And you gotta like use your eyes. You gotta just like siren it. Okay.
Fellas, take notes of this because this is how a gold digger operates. They'll try to seduce you thinking that things are going great. But in reality, she's trying to get whatever she can get out of you. Take heed to Uncle JD's warning here. Because she's only wasting your time. She only wants to date you just to get whatever she can out of you, and just straight waste your time on this. But let's continue.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
If I could say something, girls, don't take advice on how to get a man from other girls. Y'all don't know what the hell you're doing. And guys, don't get advices on girls how to get a girl as well. They're gonna talk about their fantasies and not real life.
And I agree with Preach on that matter. Yes, I do agree with Preach on that matter. I mean, I'm a MGTOW, and most of us MGTOWs got to deal with these dumbass dating roaches mad at us because some of their clients be unsuccessful with their goddamn seminars. They ain't gonna help them with a damn. Yeah, the dating roaches are mad at the MGTOWs because of the fact that, we taking their clients away. Nah, you dating roaches. The reason why your clients turn to MGTOW is because you selling them snake oil, thinking that your seminar, your your $9.99 seminars, your $50 game don't help them. In which, before I go any further, I need to give a big shout out and salute to the late Alan Roger Curry. I mean, unlike the rest of these dating roaches, Alan Roger Curry stayed true to his supporters, especially when he was still alive, and he said, quote unquote, "Let me be honest with y'all. Some of my teachings is not going to help y'all. Some of my teachings will not help y'all at all." And when I heard Alan Roger Curry say that, I had to give him respect because at least he's a dating coach that kept it upfront and real with his supporters rather than continuing on trying to sell them a dream, a fantasy that will never come true to them. I got more respect for Alan Roger Curry than all the rest of these other retarded fuck-ass dating roaches trying to sell these men a dream, selling them seminars and game to get women, which, by the way, ain't going to work for all their clients. Basically, the only thing these dating roaches care about is getting your money. And yeah, I'm not gonna, and no, we ain't gonna pretend on that matter either. That's what it's really about. They trying to juice money out of their so-called clients. This is why they mad at us MGTOWs, because we're not gonna pretend here. We're gonna call a ball and a strike a strike. These dating coaches need to understand that their game that they're selling, their seminars that they're selling, it ain't gonna work for all men. The thing is, they don't want to be honest on that shit. They don't want to be honest because honesty is not going to get them paid. And the fact that us MGTOWs is actually telling these men the actual truth, rather than continue on with the fantasy. This is the reason why the dating coaches got a problem with us MGTOWs off the gate. But I ranted enough. Let's continue.
Some of these comments are great. One customer girl says, "Girl, you sound desperate to get a gift." I actually feel sorry for you if you have to ask for a gift for a stranger the first time you see him. And then she goes, "A stranger."
Oh, by the way, Alba is reading her comment section. Let's hear it.
"You're wanting to be in my life, especially a man who are brutal to us. Girl, who hurt you?
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you? What's wrong? It's giving hurt. It's giving therapy." Is the line that guys go, drizzle, drizzle?
I said what? Drizzle, drizzle.
Oh, drizzle, 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 drizzle.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then she goes, "Yes, definitely has to prove it's kind of sweet and has intentions and meets my standard. Raise yours, my love. The universe is your oyster."
Okay, yeah, but if it doesn't go well, do you give back the gift? No.
Right?
Another one goes, "What would you say if someone said, 'I love that idea. You get me a gift and I get you a gift, and let's see who's more creative and thoughtful.'" So I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." And she replies, "The women are the prize, not the men. Want to act like a princess? Go date a gay man who would happily treat you like what?" You know what I heard when she said?
Wow. And she told this to a woman in her own comment section. So if a woman decides to be fair with the man that she's dating, he gives her a gift, she gives him a gift, then she needs to go to gay men for princess treatment. But these will be the same ones crying about why these men treat these women so fucking bad. Get the fuck out of my face with all that crying, bitching, and complaining. Let's continue.
Oh, she said that?
Maggot.
Maggot.
Yo, dead ass. Women sometimes be sounding super homophobic without actually saying the word.
You know what the thing is? I'm gonna tell you this. Hot take. The women that are allies, or it's not even a hot take. It's just really like the women often that are allies are more homophobic than the homophobes that they're, because they're gonna weaponize the homosexuality of their friends. It's even,
And they will still sleep with homosexual men. Oh, I'm sorry. I believe they call it down DL men, down low men. They will still sleep with them regardless. Let's continue.
it's even worse. They're the ones that are gonna call you all. So you think you, and then
so you gay?
also, yeah, okay. They weaponize it.
And they still won't. Yeah, they'll do that shit, but it won't stop them from getting their cheeks clapped by men on the DL. Let's keep it $1.50.
I still think the dudes who would beat up a gay person is probably more homophobic.
No.
Okay.
No, it's closeted, so it's closer than that.
Damn.
Still worse, but okay. You did try. All right, so there's a follow-up to this.
The male would.
Men, fellas, brace yourself, because let me go ahead and give out a warning ahead in advance. Apparently, all the men in her comments hurt her feelings so bad about her retarded fuck-ass proposal that she decided to run back to her camera and make a crybaby response video. And there's a reason why I call it a crybaby response video for a reason. Let's hear it, shall we?
No, it's closeted, so it's closer than that.
Still worse, but okay. You did try. All right, so there's a follow-up to this.
The male loser epidemic has gotten so bad.
Wow!
What a start, my girl.
Hey, I'm just saying, Eder, you can put this at the beginning as a trailer for this whole video. That's crazy.
My girl.
Sorry.
If you ask...
Damn, bitch, who hurt you? Who hurt you? Yeah, she definitely got hurt.
For a gift for a second date, that makes you a loser, but it's okay.
Let's let the
straight up.
Who's got a cat tell us about this?
The male loser epidemic has gotten so bad that it's honestly so pathetic at this point. Like, why do you think you're fucking lonely? You're fucking lonely because we don't want to be with you.
Ma'am, you're single, no man. You're going on dates to get material gain, and you want to talk about the male lonely loser epidemic? I swear to God, the irony is lost on these bitches. Let's continue.
With you, because look at how pathetic you are. I posted a video talking about my standards and what I expect of men, which is basically just basic decency. You gotta be consistent, you gotta communicate, you gotta make straight up plans. I'm not just fucking hanging out with you.
I'm confident that nobody got upset because you said that.
Nobody said no. Yeah.
Nobody's bothered because you want communication and you have some basic standards. Let's keep listening.
I mean, it's more like the men in her comments was laughing at her standards. And she thought in her warped, twisted head of hers that these men will agree to her standards. But let's continue listening to her feelings right now.
Keep listening to why you think men are upset.
It's got to be at a nice restaurant, and on the second day, I will ask you for a gift, and I'm not telling.
There it is. That's the one. I think that's the one that guys are like, huh? You want us to now get you? So let me get this right. Guys, the standards get you. So we got to organize a date, come up with the idea, pay for this expensive restaurant she wants to go to, right? So we're doing all that stuff. Fine. We have to also ask for the date to hopefully get it. And then afterwards, we also have to get the gift for the next date. Okay. Did you just add a little layers? Let's keep going.
And again, if it's to a point where you're going on a date with a woman and it's bad, I mean, it's bad enough that you got to pay You got to go on this expensive date, expensive restaurant, expensive food, all this type of shit at your expense. But then she wants to turn around and ask you for a gift, which of course is transactional, is not included in the date. Then yes, fellas, it's not a date. It's prostitution without the sex. You heard me. If you're taking a woman on a date, which is expensive at that, but then she also expects you to give her a gift, that is prostitution without the sex, fellas. And she really thought that men would be okay with that, until the men responded, telling her that her expectations are retarded as fuck. And now she's in her feelings and emotions about it. Let's continue on.
Let's go.
I'm not telling you what to borrow me, but I want to see your creativity. I want to see how you court me. I have standards. I also date high net worth individuals because that's my fucking circle. That's who I hang out with. That's who I am. I make a lot of money, so I'm going to hang out with people who also make a lot of money, because it's about the mindset, because we're always trying to work on each other. And these men fucking went crazy in the fucking comments. It's like, oh, like, you're 6 at best. Bitch, like, I don't care what you think of me, because the men in my life, the men that I date, the men that I hang out with, actually think that it's wonderful that I am achieving so much in the...
First off, woman, if you don't care what the men in the comment section think, then why are you here? No, seriously, all jokes aside on this one. If you really don't care what the men in the comment section think, then why did they got you back in front of your camera making a crybaby response video because they hurt your goddamn feelings? That's number one. And number two, let's get to number two, the main focal point here. I got men that's telling me that's praising my stance and all this type of shit. Okay, ma'am, if that's the case, then why you not going on dates with those men? No. Fuck all the dumb shit here. If you got men praising you for your standards, why you not taking them out on a date? So basically, it could be A or B. It could be either A, those men telling you that, or simps and pander bears that you got in the friend zone, that you will not even date with a 50-foot pole. Or B, those men praising you for your standards are your imaginary playmates That's right. Either A, simps and panda bears in your friend zone, or B, they're imaginary playmates that you use as a way of coping with the fact that you, ma'am, is single and lonely. While trying to talk about men who are single and lonely. A or B? Yeah, let's continue.
Much in our life.
So you say men plural, and you're saying all these like men think it's amazing. How come they haven't wifed you up then?
Exactly, Alba. I mean, it doesn't even take a rocket science to figure this shit out. Oh, these men is praising my standards and all this type of shit, but somehow she ain't dating them. She ain't getting into a relationship with them. She wants men. She wants rich men, and 9 times out of 10, they don't fit the bill. So basically, she's listening to her enabling simps and panda bears in her friend zone, or imaginary men that she made up to cope with her own lonely epidemic. But somehow she ain't dating them. She's not asking for gifts from them. But we supposed to believe that retarded fuck shit? Get the fuck out of here. Let's continue.
There's so many of these men who think all these great things about you. Why they all keep passing on you? Supposed like high value network. I'm just question.
Sometimes you hunt to eat, and sometimes you hunt just for the sport. Some people do that same thing for dating. Maybe. I doubt it.
They think it's wonderful and actually help me set higher standards for the men in my life that are walking into my life.
So why you ain't got a man? If that's the case, and if you, ma'am, believe the Simpson Panda Bears in your friend zone makes more sense, then once again, why you're not dating them? Why instead you trying to go after rich men, and rich men don't want your ass either? Okay then.
They teach me how to think. They teach me how to carry myself in the world. They teach me about men like you and how to stay away from them. So I think it's just fucking ridiculous that these...
So you'll listen to the men in your friend zone who ain't got no fucking woman, hoping that they'll get on a date with you, which you probably won't, give advice to you. Ma'am, do you know how fucking retarded you sound right now? Oh, I'll take advice from men who are single and lonely like me, who's trying to get into my pants on what these men think. I swear to God, they don't hear. I swear to God, she doesn't. I swear to God, she don't hear herself talk right now, and how much she's sounding like a clown right now. God damn it, you can't make this shit up.
Ass losers are sitting there. No fucking high worth individual and no respectable man is going to sit on the internet.
I can tell you.
Let's go back on that. Because, ma'am, you just contradicted your retarded fuck ass self. Oh, no respectable man will sit here on the internet. And, ma'am, where exactly are you at right now? Exactly, on the internet. So basically, in your desperate attempt to try to call men losers, all because the men look at your standards as retarded as fuck, you just called yourself a loser as well. Especially when you're in your feelings because the men you want don't want to date you because of your standards. Fuck it, move on. Stop crying. Oh, I get it. It's it's different because you're a woman who can't get a man, expect men to shower you with gifts and material shit on dates, and the men told you about yourself. Now you're in your fifis, all because of the fact that the men ain't even gonna touch you with a 50-foot pole. But somehow you want to talk about the male loneliness epidemic, but you, ma'am, is lonely. You want to talk about how these men are losers, but you are the biggest loser, giving these men you claim are losers attention and relevance. How fucking retarded is that? Let's go back and continue.
I can tell you as a high net worth individual, you're definitely a no.
Oh, absolutely.
I think almost every rich guy that I know if I showed them your shit, they'd be like, no. Because they would look at you and see a net negative. Probably somebody's just going to cost them a lot of money. Ain't even cute enough to justify the kind of, like, you can't even truly be a trophy, my girl. Just being honest with you. So it's like, you expensive and you're not that cute. It's like, god damn.
Pick a struggle.
The thing is, you're the reason people ask the question, what do you bring to the table? Right? I don't really like that question. I don't really like that question because I think it's just there. I bring what I bring and I don't have to prove you. Yeah. The reason why people ask that question, though, what do you bring to the table, is that you're so demanding. You're so demanding that people are going to be like, okay, well, after I do all this shit, I need to get mine.
Thank you, preach. No, seriously, thank you, preach. You just answered the question out of all the retarded fucks who couldn't. And for those of y'all who wasn't paying attention, Preach answered the $1 million question as to why men ask these women, what do they bring to the table? And yes, we're going to let Preach answer the question again to the slow heads in the back. Tell him again, Preach.
I don't really like that question because I think it's...
Tell him again, Preach.
And you cause all that headache. The thing is, you're the reason people ask the question, what do you bring to the table? Right? I don't really like that question. I don't really like that question because I think it's just there. I bring what I bring and I don't have to prove you. Yeah. The reason why people ask that question, what do you bring to the table, is that you're so demanding. You're so demanding that people are going to be like, okay, well, after I do all this shit, I need to get mine.
Thank you, Preach. And yes, what he said is actual fact. The reason why men ask these women, what do they bring to the table, is because the women that they ask it to are so damn demanding. These women want these men to bend over backwards for them. These women want these men to hand them the world on a silver platter. These women believe these men should be like, oh, your wish is my command. Anything you want, I'll give it to you. Or shall I say, anything these women demand these men for, they should give it to them on a silver or gold platter. But guess what, ladies? And while they expect these men to bend over backwards for them, these men are wondering, what's in it for me? What, you think they're gonna do it for free? Hell no. Everything has a price. And this is why you hear these men ask these women, what do they bring to the table? No. You demand me to do this, that, and the third. What you gonna do for me? What you gonna do for me? What you gonna do for me? What you gonna do for me when the chips are down? Ooh, I love Shaka Khan, but I digress. No. You want to give out these demands. What you gonna do? What you gonna do for these men? You see, and that's the problem right there. Some of these women believe that these men are nothing more than a charity case. They think these men are ATMs. They think these men are some way of supporting them. Not even knowing that in the eyes of these men, they're more of a liability than an asset. They're more of a drain. They're more of a drain than a benefit. So yeah, I understand why these men ask these women, what do they bring to the table? You don't, and I ain't gonna lie when I say this either. They don't have to agree with the question or respect the question. That question is asked for a reason. Let's continue.
I need to eat. And if I brought the fruits, the garlic, the seasoning, I brought the oil, you need to bring something to the table so we can cook. You wanted me to bring all my casserole, my pans, my knives, my cutlery, and I brought all that to the table? You asked for that. What are you bringing? People only ask that question when you're demanding. That everybody's gonna go with well, what's in it for me?
I mean, you would never ever ask that to anybody you're getting to know, because one, you would discover that as you're getting to know them, and two, you wouldn't be consciously thinking about it. I never had to ask my girlfriends or my exes in the past what they're bringing to the table. I learned about their job. I learned about their skill set. They told me how they cared for other people. So I was like, it's just a weird thing to ask. One, two, I think one of the saddest things about all this is that we have really sucked all the fun out of men and women's role in dating. Like, you guys have this expectation that men will come to the date and they'll ask you out and they will pay for the date. They'll organize it. Okay, cool. That's fine. And women will come. They'll be incredibly presentable. Guys will make an effort to be presentable. Obviously, the women are going to be stunning. Oh, you look great. Cool. We've sucked all the fun because we just act entitled to it. My wife will probably never be happy about making me a meal if when she makes a meal, she's like, that's the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? If I do something for my girl and she look at me, she's like, yeah, that's the bare minimum. I expect that. I'm like, well, then, fuck, you just suck the fun out of me doing labor for you. You know what I mean? Imagine go to your boss and you do it. Like, yeah, I expect you to do this. Like, okay, maybe you do. Maybe that's fine. You have to say it in a way that you fucking take the buzz out of everything. Okay, yes, I'm supposed to do this. Is it too much to ask to say please and thank you? Let's maybe be pleasant on this experience. I don't know why we had to do this thing where it's like, yeah, he asked me out on a date, and he took me to dinner, and it was a nice time. So fucking what? I expect it. It's like, holy shit, you guys seem so unpleasant. There's a lot of things that are...
And they wonder why men nowadays don't even want to date anymore. They killed that shit too, out the gate. But I'm in a hurry here, so I'm going to move forward to what she has to say next. Bear with me here.
No respectable man is going to sit on the internet and curse out a random person, period. I wouldn't do it.
No respectable woman would not sit there and talk about how men are, these men on the internet, this, that, and the third. While at the same time, your sorry ass is on the internet too. Mad because the men you want don't want you because of your high fucking standards. I swear to God, the irony is lost on some people here. She clearly doesn't know where she's at right now saying all that shit. Oh, these men on the internet. While at the same time, you're also on the internet too, ma'am. So that says a whole lot about you too. That right there says a whole lot about you as well. Let's continue.
I'll fucking troll you. If you're coming at me, I'll fucking troll you. But otherwise, I wouldn't do it. No one who's respectful and has time and has things going for them is going to sit there and bully somebody. And no one who actually knows their value is going to sit in a relationship and bully them and tell them you can't get anything better than what I can offer you. You don't have anything to offer. You are what we're all running away.
Again, the irony is lost on her. Oh, you don't have anything to offer, and neither do you, ma'am. What are you offering the men that you want to date? Or do you expect for these men to only shower you with gifts and you give them nothing in return? You expect these men to shower you with gifts on a date that doesn't even guarantee a relationship, and you can cancel at any moment and still keep the gift. That, in the words of Ice Cube, that's all. In the words of Ice Cube, it's all give and no take. So it is ironic this is coming from the same woman who's looking for material gain from a date. But then again, I understand Tom Cruise's character off the movie Rancher. Y'all remember that restaurant scene when Tom Cruise was here at the restaurant? That that girl came over, sat with him. What did Tom Cruise say to her? I'm sorry, but I can't afford you. He already knew what she was about before she even sat down. She's no exception. Let's continue.
Running away from. You are lonely because you're.
Somebody just needs to put a mirror in her face and then recognize, like, she's also part of this quagmire people who have, like, there's a lot of hatred.
What?
Quagmires, like, like, you know, she's talking about, and I actually agree with her on this point. Like, I've never understood people who spend time in comment sections hating on women when they hate their videos. Like, just move on with your day, right?
Yeah.
Like, not for you, not for you. I've never scrolled and been like, you dumb bitch. I'm moving on. In that same token, like, man, do you not see, like, you out here talking about these dudes? You didn't hear what you said earlier when you were like, oh, these men treat us horrible, and now you're saying all this crazy shit? You are the...
Exactly, Albert. The hypocrisy is real. She want to talk about how men treated her so fucking bad, but she's the same one trying to call these men lonely losers, while at the same time, on the internet, while at the same time, she's a lonely loser on the internet. Yeah, let the contradictions sink in. Mad at these men because they ain't falling for the gold digger date. That's what I call it.
Are the other side of this coin.
I mean, straight up, they are the other side of the coin, like Alba said. But I'm going to stop it here. I said what I said. I said what I had to say. Again, shout out to Abba and Preach. If y'all want to watch their full video in its entirety, I'll leave the link to their full video in the comments section. Go check it out. Tell them JD Mouse sent you. But that's all I got for tonight. I said what I had to say. I'm done with these hurt ass gold diggers expecting shit from men on dates that are not guaranteed, just to whine and cry about it when those same men don't want to date them. And I'm out this bitch. Later.